Hi group, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I'm here to talk about what we're going to be doing on Wednesday. We're actually just going to go ahead and continue with our common assessment building. That's going to be our main focus for the remainder of the semester. We only meet probably after today 3 or 4 more times as a team. So I want our goal to be able to create as many good common assessments as we can by the end of the year and really start to implement those next year. If you feel that you're in a space where you would like to start sharing some best practices, some good things and bad things that might have occurred from implementing the common assessments from your first semester, please go ahead and do that. I know some teams have already created a large number of common assessments, and you want to start talking about the things that went well, the things that didn't go well, maybe changing up your test a little bit. Eventually, we want to start getting to creating some lesson plans together, not necessarily all teaching the same, but creating some common lesson plans so our students are receiving the same message. One of the things I want you to focus on with your common assessments, and something that we haven't really talked about a whole lot, is the validity of your test and creating a good test question. Some things to think about is you don't want your questions to be easy. You want the kids to have to think for the answer. Multiple choice questions, please get rid of the none of the above, all of the above. Provide 4 possible answers in your question. There was also something brought up by one of the other team leaders as far as the integrity of the test. And if we all have these common assessments and the tech-savvy students that we work with and their ability to copy the tests and share answers with their fellow students because they know it's going to be the same test. And your teams tomorrow or Wednesday, go ahead and talk about that. I know that there is one, the college algebra team is working on a couple variations to try and kind of prevent some of that cheating going on. Talk about that in your team. Ask your team if you think that that's a concern that you may have of students sharing answers and cheating. And if you feel that you need to kind of, randomize your test questions or make a different version, this is probably a good time to start doing that. I think that's about all we are going to do and focus on for Wednesday. Please remind your team that the following Wednesday we do have an early release, and we're going to be meeting all together the entire time in probably the auditorium to go over some reading Common Core standards and implementing some uses of technology within that Common Core standard. If you have any questions on what we're doing, just go ahead and give me an email. Make sure that you get me your agendas. I would really appreciate it, and if it's too much work, I understand, I can take care of it. But if you could email me back your completed agenda, that really helps me out because I can just put it right in your folder. Otherwise, I have to scan each one of your documents and then place it in your folder. So an emailed copy back is awesome, but if you want to write it too, I can take care of that. I hope you guys have a good team day, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.